you view as your role defensively down the stretch there in the fourth quarter?
My role, get everybody in the right place, get everybody where they need to, make sure that I'm talking to them on the defense, and then close it out with the rebound.
And all week, I mean, we talked about how to get this group back to how you guys were so successful, which started on the defensive end.
Right.
So to close this game out,
Mhm.
have 10 possessions where they only scored on one of them.
Right.
Like, how proud are you of what you guys were able to accomplish and get back to who you are?
I'm proud of us. Last game against Detroit, we didn't show out how we wanted to, but I'm still going to be honest and say we still have some way to go. Tonight was a step in the right direction. It was a step into what we need to do in the future, but I think now it's time for us to string these type of games together.
Right now, after Deacon Gerald, do you have I mean, I know JB sort of wasn't happy the other night, but I mean, did you get a sense of how important this was to sort of get back on track?
Yeah, you guys saw the tip of the iceberg. You know, we got the rest of it, but he really emphasized that this is a game where we should get back on track, where we have the chance to get back to our identity, put the Detroit game behind us, and move forward to the team that we want to be.
Now, when you're down 9 and it's in the fourth quarter, I mean, did somebody say something, or how did you guys sort of impose your will at that point?
Everybody was saying everything on the bench. Everybody was keeping our morale up. You know, it's tough. Like Kyle Kuzma went 8 for 11 from 3. It's easy to just, throw in the towel and when the guy is going off like that. But the whole bench was kept on cheering us on, telling us, get another stop. The offense will take care of itself, and that's what we did.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Jarrett.
Hello.
In what way did Isaac's defense on Kyle Kuzma, especially in the fourth quarter, impact what Washington was trying to do offensively?
I feel like they went to Kuzma every single time down the stretch, and honestly, I don't blame him. He was having an amazing game, but Isaac stepped up and took the challenge to guard him. I don't know the statistics when Isaac was guarding him, but it felt like every time Isaac, went man to man on him, he got a stop for us, and one of us got the rebound.
I mean, we've spoken about this throughout the course of the year, but just the value of having a guy like Isaac that you can put on somebody like Kuzma, who's having the game that he's having, or whoever it may be on any given night. Like, what does that do for you guys as a team?
Yeah, it does a lot for us as a team. I mean, you look at the stat sheet, you're not going to see the most flashiest numbers from Isaac every single night, but the impact that he has on us off the court and, on the defensive end, just our morale as a team, it's how do I say it? You just can't put it in the numbers. It's intangible because it gets us going. It gets us to play better defense. You see him running the court every single time. He just does all the little things you can ask.
Thank you.
Kelsey Rose, The Athletic. Jarrett, building off of Marla's question, but the effort aspect of this, like how necessary is that, especially when you're missing a lot of guys at the moment at the guard spot, building off of, like putting the Detroit game behind you, but like just showing that you guys can win this way and you will need to kind of moving forward while you wait for guys to get back. Right.
It's tough in the league. Injuries happen to everybody. And our saying next man up, step up. And, I think Brandon did an excellent job tonight stepping up as, the starting guard tonight. I mean, he went 2 for 11, but still, I feel like he was making the right plays for us. He was finding everybody, putting us in the right position. And, Larry's finally coming back into form. It's just good that everybody's coming back, finding themselves again and trying to end off the season the right way.
Ashley Bastock, Cleveland.com. Jarrett, I think of certain plays in this game, like when Isaac's shot got blocked and you scoop up the ball and score, and when Lowry finds you at the rim, like as bigs, you guys just seem to have such an awareness of everything going on around you and have such a connection with each other. I guess, like, how key is that for the way you guys are, when you guys are able to, each have double figure nights like tonight?
It's huge. We're all looking for each other. Bigs got to take care of bigs, and we pride ourselves on doing that. We know how each other like to play. We know where each other are going to be. I hit Laurie on a lob in the first half. Laurie got me in the fourth quarter. We like to just share the ball with each other and just try to figure it out.
And then you touched on like how the offense will come if you play defense, but to create all the points you guys did on turnovers tonight, I think you had 23, and it seemed like it was in part keeping you in the game in the first half, just especially when you don't have a true point guard out there.
Right.
How key is that to take advantage of those extra possessions?
It's huge. The cliche saying defense wins championships. Defense won us this game. Defense got us those turnovers, got us our points off the turnovers. And that's what we strive off of. And that's what helped us tonight.
So, Jake, you guys are kind of Jarrett, they say the point guard is kind of the quarterback of the team. And you guys have had 3 different quarterbacks in the last 4 games. What kind of challenge is that working with new point guards? And you talked about Brandon. How good has he been just in this spot?
It's always tough having to switch over from point guard to point guard. But, every point guard in our system is ready to step up and take the reins. Whether it's Darius, Ricky did it excellent, even Kevin, Pengos, and every point guard comes in and does their job. But it's still tough. They still have to figure out how to run the offense. I feel like every other game we have a different point guard or a different lineup, but we're still making it work out there somehow.
Chris, and then Christos.
Jarrett, the term winning ugly can have a negative connotation to it, but it sure seems like ugly is a word that you guys embrace. Why?
Because winning's winning. At the end of the day, it still gets us that W. It's a grimy game out there that we play. You're not going to see somebody go 5 for 5 unless Jetty's hot. It's not like we're going to go out there and do a windmill during the game. We're just going to go out there, play basketball, and win the game.
Christos.
Hey, Jarrett, Christos, this is Danny Greaves. Congratulations on the win, first of all. You allow 86 points on tonight's game. What does it mean about the willingness and about the way that you can play defense this season?
We've been playing defense excellent this season. From the beginning, you can ask JB probably from his first interview with us that we're going to be a defensive team. We're going to be a defensive stopping team. And that's grown into our identity. That's grown into how we like to play basketball. And, we adopted that tonight, especially.
And you close the game with the right way. Do you feel that as the season goes on, as the games goes on, you have the quality to close the games out in crunch time and take responsibility and take the right play in crunch time?
I feel like we are slowed down tonight, making the right plays at the end of the games. We slowed down. We didn't get flustered, especially on the defensive end. We were ready to be in the right spots to make the right defensive play. And especially on the offensive end, we slowed down. We got into our sets. We listened to JB's play calls. We just closed the game out excellent tonight.